Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is ChimereNicole. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you guys are a regular here on my channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. Today I want to give you a full in-depth review on the Jaclyn Hill and Becca collaboration. I was actually fortunate enough to receive the package in the mail. And I've been seeing some reviews online, and I wanted to give my opinion on the collaboration as well as the products. Now, as always, it's going to be an unbiased video. I ain't going to throw shade. However, I am going to keep it real and let you guys know how I feel about every product that was sent to me in this collection. And, you know, basically the tea. So let's jump right into this video. If you guys have not already heard, Jaclyn Hill did a collaboration with Becca Cosmetics, and she came out with her own face palette. She also came out with a highlighter, which we all know is Champagne Pop, and it's been around forever at this point, and everybody loves it. So we probably won't get too much in depth with the actual highlighter because that's already been proven to be like the best thing ever. I'm actually wearing it today. I'm going to show you the products first, and then I'm going to go back and show you or give you my opinion on all of the products that was included inside of the collaboration. So the first product is a face palette. And for some reason it's hard for me to get open because my nails. But this is the face palette by Jaclyn Hill. And it just says Becca. And it has Jaclyn Hill's name in the front. Now I know my camera may not pick it up because it's white and I have a white background. So just bear with me. So inside of this palette you get 3 blush colors and you also get 2 highlighters. So this is the actual palette. So the first color starting from your right is called Rose Spritz. The next one is Amaretto, which is in the middle. And the final color is called Pamplemousse. And at the bottom you have the 2 highlighters. Of course, the first one is Champagne Pop and the other one is called Fresco Pop. Now again, Champagne Pop, which is the gold one here, has been around for quite a bit of time. I actually have this in a couple different sets that I purchased with my own money, and I love the color so much. I have plenty of backup. The next one is Fresco Pop, which is also a really nice highlighter. It's really women of color friendly, just like Fresco Pop, but I love to mix these two together. And the next product is the Jaclyn Hill Eyeshadow Palette. Now the eyeshadow palette, let's do it this way. The eyeshadow palette looks like this. 5 colors included in the palette. And the first one is called Chardonnay, Champagne Toast, Cardinal, Cognac, and Bordeaux. And we're going to go into 2 other products. So I also have another Champagne Pop, which I have been using to death. So again, there's really no need to show you this one because we've all seen that one. I do have swatches of all of these products on my blog, which I'll leave a link in the description box below. And I also have a liquid shimmering skin perfector, and this one is in Champagne Pop. I have not used this on my skin. I just did it more so just to review and test it out. But it's basically a liquid highlighter of the same exact color, Champagne Pop. And I also have Champagne Pop. It comes in a blush, a cream blush, and I've only used it once. Same color, but it's perfect. It's beautiful. Same color. But this is a cream. So I'm going to start off with the face palette. The face palette, I'll have prices on the screen because I really don't want to quote or misquote you on the prices. So this is the face palette again. These are the colors. Of course, the blushes are at the bottom. The highlighters are at the top. I have been using this since I got it. You guys, I showed you guys on my Snapchat when it came in the mail. I had no idea I was getting it. But when I tell you I was turned up like twerking in the kitchen, I was psyched, okay? Because I didn't believe I was going to get it. Like, who thinks you're going to get this in the mail? Anyway, so I got it in the mail, and I've been using it ever since. It's definitely been at least a month. And let me tell you, I have no complaints, none whatsoever about anything in this palette. Again, I've already used Champagne Pop plenty of times. I have it on today. As you can see, I'm a woman of color, so it matches my skin. It is a beautiful highlighter. No complaints at all. Fresco Pop, love it just the same. I always typically I like to mix them just to give it a little more of a color, because I love Champagne Pop so much. I typically always gravitate towards that highlighter. Now, as far as the blushes, my favorite out of all of these brushes is actually this one, and this one is called Rose Spritz. These are luminous blushes, and I think for me, for my skin tone, more so if it's like the fall winter, I would probably go with the Pamplemousse, which is this darker pink here. But because right now it's spring and summer, I always gravitate towards the Rose Spritz. It's a really soft pink. You can build up any of the colors in the palette as far as the blushes are concerned, and they're really soft, they're blendable. The consistency and the texture of the blushes and everything in this palette is phenomenal. So again, I have no complaints about anything in this palette. Now, let's go to what I have seen to be the most controversial thing in this entire collaboration. It has been the eyeshadow palette. Now, let's keep it 100, right? So for me, if you guys are new to my channel, I typically like to use soft lid colors. So the first two colors in the eyeshadow palette are shimmery lid colors. So when I first tried this palette, those were the first two colors that I gravitated to. I used the second color, which is this one right here, and this is called Champagne Toast. I've used this probably a little bit more than a handful of times, at least 5 to 6 times already since I've had this palette. I've had no complaints with that color. This one right here, no complaints. I've used it plenty of times. It's a really nice soft shimmery lid color for me. Also, I've used a little bit of the Chardonnay, and I just use that typically in the inner tear duct just to brighten my eyes a little bit. Now, for the last 3 colors in this palette, I have used the third color, which is Cardinal here, and I've used this as a transition color. I have not had any issues with these 3 colors here. Now, some of the reviews online have said that, you know, it was blotchy. The eyeshadows were dry. The eyeshadows didn't blend as well as they would like them to have blended. I don't know if it was because I was sent this before it came out. Maybe I got a good batch. I have no idea, and I really can't speculate on why, you know, people don't like it. I was told that Jaclyn Hill said she wasn't a fan of these colors as well. I personally don't know what the tea is on that. Now, these are the 2 colors that I was telling you about that I use on my lid. For, again, I love a shimmery lid, so for me, these were ideal. Okay, so I'm going to go into the other 3 matte colors in this palette. See, it has a pink undertone, so for me, it can be a transition color. I typically wouldn't use this as a lid color, but it can be used as a lid color, like a really soft pink. Okay. I don't even know if you're able to pick it up. The color is right here. Can you see that color? So it's a medium brown. It would give me, if I use a really light eyelid base, it would probably give me a little bit of a darkened crease, but not enough for my skin tone. So the next color in this palette is the darkest brown that they have. I would definitely say that this is a cool palette. It's not chocolate. It's not warm at all. But this is the darkest color. And it's this one right here. So you can kind of see, it's not even, it doesn't have a rich warm base. But that is the darkest color in this palette. So again, I could use this to intensify an eye look. But as far as giving me the dark depth or smoky eye that I would need, this palette is not dark enough. So that's it. So these are the colors from the eyelid palette. And again, some of the reviews online that I seen, they were saying that it wasn't Becca's best consistency or formulation. They were saying that it was chalky. I personally did not feel like this palette was chalky. These are just me doing it with one swipe. Again, this was not a, I didn't think I was going to swatch it for you, but I figured, you know, you would want to see it. But they're not chalky. The pigmentation is still good. It's just not the color range that I would prefer. But I do love the 2 shimmery colors. Those are my favorite in the palette, the first 2 colors. I just would have wished they would have used a darker brown or a warmer brown in this palette instead of this one or possibly this one. That's my personal opinion. Okay, so we're going to talk about the other 3 products that came in this collection. So this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. It comes in a pump and you get how many ounces? 1.7 fluid ounces in this container. Again, I will have the price of this on my screen so you guys can see it, and I'm going to put it on my hand. Now again, the same color as Champagne Pop, just comes in a liquid form. That's all this is, a highlighter in liquid form. So that is the highlighter. Again, I love Champagne Pop. So for me, this is just like, hey, this is really good actually too if you want to just kind of rub it on your legs for the summertime. If you want to add it as a body glow, you want to just rub it in, perfect. So for me, I'm probably going to use this on the body because I don't want to take my highlighter and be brushing it on my skin. So this is the liquid illuminator, very pretty. And it also comes in the original form, which is the powder, which the regular highlighter, same as that color. So I love this as well. But I do want to show you guys the cream, which I was actually really excited about because I don't have any cream highlighters. Same as that color, but it blends. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. And one of the things about Becca that I love, if you guys again are new to my channel, I have plenty of Becca products that I purchase with my own money. And the products are always smooth. They're always a really good consistency. And I think in comparison to other Becca products that I have and have been using, I can understand why they're saying that this is not the best eyeshadow palette that Becca could have come up with. I think they really did change the formulation. Okay guys, so that is basically everything from the Jaclyn products. All of the illuminators and Champagne Pop I love. That is a color for me that's a staple. I've been using that since it's come out with the original release, and for me, I love that color. I think it's women of color friendly. It's universal. Everyone gets a really nice glow with that highlighter, so that is A1. As far as the face palette, I have no complaints about the face palette whatsoever. Everything in this palette is amazing. For me, this is the perfect travel palette. I get my blushes, I get my highlighters, I have different options. I like the compact. It's very, very thick and sturdy. I don't think that it will be flimsy at all. Like Becca came through with this one. Like there was it should be no issue with this palette. So if you're thinking about getting this palette, go ahead and get it. I recommend it. A1, everyone can use it. Good color selections, and it's a really good product. For the eyeshadow palette that everyone's talking about, I do not think that the colors are chalky. I don't think that they blend as smooth as other Becca products. However, I don't think that the products are as chalky and as bad as people are making them out to be. Again, I know Jaclyn Hill says she wasn't a fan of it. I'm not sure what her reasons are. I didn't watch her video. But I do feel like Becca could have given us other color choices. I'm really not a fan of the color choices in this palette. I really don't see how you can create multiple looks with this eyeshadow palette like you typically can with other eyeshadow palettes, and I think that's what my main concern is with this palette. Would I recommend that you get it? It will depend. If you are a woman of color that is my complexion or a little bit darker, I probably would not recommend that you get this. Unless you wanted to get highlighters or a shimmering color that you can use as a highlighter, this will be a good option if you don't want to purchase this. What do I mean by that? The first 2 colors in this eyeshadow palette would work really well as highlighters. If you are a woman of color who is my complexion or a little bit darker or even a little bit lighter, if you're a woman of color at all, I think that these 2 colors will be really work well as highlighters. I don't necessarily care for the color combinations of the eyeshadow. I think that if you are fair skinned, possibly, you know, I would say ivory to, let's say, NW35, I think that it would work really well for you. You can create different everyday looks, but I just think that if you are a woman of color and your skin is a little bit darker, this eyeshadow palette may not be the best thing for you. So that's my opinion on that. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative for you guys. And as always, if you have any questions on any of the items that I have featured in this video, Don't forget to leave those questions and comments in the comment section, and I will try my best to respond to every last one of them. So don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys in my next video.